Moon, this was just resonated so deeply with me because I too had a narcissistic system. My father was that, and I could never have like stable relationships with men. My marriage, it didn't work. Got into another long-term relationship, it didn't work. I mean, I just spent my entire adulthood trying to make it work with men that I think to somehow resolve what lacked from my father, which was, I was just invisible. You know, he was also ultra powerful. He was very successful, wealthy. He's still alive, and I've been not in contact with him for a year now.
I definitely have not been able to have a successful relationship, but and that's really, it's heartbreaking to me. It's definitely left a big hole there.
I just keep going through the rumination of why my marriage failed. You know, I want to be an example to my 2 children.
I want to say one thing to you, Jennifer. You said about a failed marriage. Let's stop using the failed marriage language, because when you are married to someone who is narcissistic, this isn't about a failed marriage. This is about somebody who couldn't hold space, who couldn't empathize, who couldn't love, who couldn't be there for you. So when we make it about a failed marriage, in some ways it makes us an equal part of the problem, and it makes it about that institution. But this is about somebody who is willing to be in a relationship with you and hurt you. So if you can think of it that way, it can make it less about marriage and more about what happened in this relationship.
I really didn't reflect on my marriage until after this last relationship, because I was broken and went to another one, and all the patterns were repeating itself. And the only common denominator is me.
When I hear but I'm the common denominator, Dr. Romney, what do you have a thought about that? Because I feel like that is so disempowering.
It is very disempowering, because our childhoods, this most absolutely fragile period for us, where we were developing our sense of self, was co-opted. So we are trying to build up. It's like having your house burned down every year and you're having to build it again, right? That's what it is. And you didn't burn that house down. But no, I'm not buying the common denominator, and you're responsible. But it's understanding that this takes a minute, and there's not a day where we don't face that dark night of the soul. It's recognizing that it doesn't define us, and that there is a little kid in us that just still is saying, help.
Join the Dr. Romney Network today.